Hello guys, welcome back to Pentester Club. Today we gonna learn wireless penetration testing, Wifipumpkin3. Wifipumpkin3 is a framework that is built on Python to give rogue access point attacks to red teamers and reverse engineers. In this article, we would look at how we can use this tool to create a bogus Wi-Fi access point for our victims to connect and how to exploit the system. Wifipumpkin3 is a powerful framework for rogue access point attack, written in Python, that allows and offers to security researchers, red teamers, and reverse engineers to mount a wireless network to conduct a man-in-the-middle attack. Main features: rogue access point attack, man-in-the-middle attack, module for deauthentication attack, module for extra captive Flask templates, rogue DNS server, captive portal attack, captive Flask, intercept, inspect, modify and replay web traffic, Wi-Fi network scanning, DNS monitoring service, credentials harvesting, transparent proxies, LLMNR, NBTNS and MDNS poisoner, responder 3. Installing Wifipumpkin3. Before we can use this tool, we need to install the dependent packages. For this to work, use the following command to do that. apt install libcldev libfidev build essential. Now that we have installed the dependencies, we need to download the tool from GitHub and change the directory to the Wifipumpkin3 and install the Python dependency. Git clone https://github.com/p0cl4bs/wifipumpkin3.git. cd Wifipumpkin3. apt install Python 3 pyqt5. There are some more packages we would need to import from Python. Python 3 c from pyqt5.qt core import qsettings, print, done. As we are done with that, we would like to install the setup file which came with Wifipumpkin3. This Python file will install all the other dependencies that this tool will need to function properly. Python 3 setup.py install. Now that we have installed all the tools perfectly, let's get down into using Wifipumpkin. The first thing we would do today is to create a fake access point with the name free Wi-Fi. With this access point we would wait for a victim to connect to the network and also do a man-in-the-middle attack to sniffing packets. We will try to sniff out the post request that may contain users' credentials like email and password. This would only work with HTTP. Let's go in to see how this works. Wifipumpkin3. Set interface LAN 0. Set SSID free Wi-Fi. Set proxy no proxy. Ignore PYDNS_server. Start. After starting the fake access point, we can see that some protocols have also been started. These will help in the capturing of sensitive information which is passed over the network. From our second device, we will find the SSID for bogus AP. When the victim connects to this, he will receive malicious IP from our DHCP server. From our second device, we could go to an HTTP page that doesn't have SSL, secured socket layer. With this, whatever information like email, username, or password entered, we would be able to view the text entered by the victim. Wifipumpkin capture the traffic and the credentials which were entered by the victim. Using captive portal attack with Wifipumpkin. Like the first attack we executed, we saw that had free Wi-Fi and didn't have security for the access point, but in this, we would have a secure page where the victim would have to enter a username and password for the Wi-Fi. We could use this when we are doing evil twin attack. Now let's get down to see how we could do this and create a captive portal using Wifipumpkin. Set interface LAN 0. Set SSID hotspot. Set proxy captive Flask true. Ignore PYDNS_server. Start. Below, we can see that the access point that we have created has started, and now we can connect to it from our second device. Immediately we connect on our second device, we would be directed to a login page which we would need to enter our Wi-Fi username and password before we could use the internet. From this page, we can see that the username and password which we have entered has been captured by Wifipumpkin, and this information would be displayed in a table form. Generate custom captive Flask. With Wifipumpkin, we can use another captive Flask than the generic one which we used in the last attack in the following screenshot. It allows us to generate custom templates for a captive Flask attack to phish your target. Show. Use miscellaneous extra _ captive Flask. Help. Download. Now we would like to use the Facebook captive Flask, which we need to download as the last screenshot showed. List. Install Facebook. Some dependencies would need to be downloaded for us to use the customized captive flag, which would be shown below. Sudo python3 setup.py install. Now let's get into it and see how we can use the customized captive Flask we have downloaded. We would still use the commands we use in the previous attack, but just adding the customized captive Flask which we downloaded. Set interface LAN 0. Set SSID open Wi-Fi. Set proxy captive Flask. Set captive Flask.Facebook true. Ignore pydns_server. Start. From our second service, we need to connect to the SSID open Wi-Fi. Now that we have connected to the SSID and redirected to the login homepage, we can see that what shows wasn't the generic one we had the last time, but this shows a cloned Facebook login page where a victim can put in his credentials and it would be taken. From the below, screenshot credentials has been taken and printed on the attacker's screen. Writing pulp for Wifipumpkin. At times as hackers we would like to make things easier for us and faster one way. We could do this not only with this tool, but legitimate everything is to write a script that automates all the commands we would like to input into the program. Below we would use the command nano to create a file, which we have written the command we need to input into Wifipumpkin. We need to also make sure that the extension of the file is pulp, because that is how Wifipumpkin would be able to read the script. Now that we have created the pulp extension script, we just need to call up Wifipumpkin with the extension of where the script is located. One-liner attack. Just like we created a script to run our commands, we can also do that by writing all the requests in one line. Wifipumpkin3 spulp set interface LAN 0, set SSID nisha, set proxy na proxy, start. Here we another SSID as nisha. DNS spoofing with Wifipumpkin. Just as we can use the customized Flask, which is in the tool, we could also use the HTML document which we have created and would like to use for the attack on a user. Below we would see that we are in the www.html directory. Here is where any HTML file which we need to use for a website is located. We would create an HTML file which displays "Welcome to the hacking" article. Below we would see the walkthrough on how to do this. Now that we have created the HTML file and know the IP address for our Ethernet cable, let's go into Wifipumpkin and try to add this new HTML file to our command and see how we can spoof the DNS server so that when we visit the site, the DNS server will spoof it to the page which we want it to be. Set interface LAN 0. Set SSID HA. Set proxy na proxy. Ignore pydns_server. Show. Use spoof.dns_spoof. Set domains vulnweb.com. Set redirect to 192.168.1.2. Start. Now that the attack has started, we can now connect to the SSID HA, and when the victim visits the vulweb.com, he would be redirected by the DNS server to the page which we created on our attacking machine. Below shows the HTML file which we created and how the DNS server spoofed the web page vulweb.com to the one we wanted. That's it guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day.